As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between these road warriors and these guys defending their home turf. On the visitors' sideline, a look at their head coach. His side running out of time for a turnaround after this 1-5 start to the season. In the same role on the other side, a look at their head coach. His guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you, hoping there's a good one in store for all of us. And here we go from Chicago. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and manageable. He's throwing. Fires right away, but incomplete. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They're brought out by one of the team's youngest and brightest in his first season out of Clemson.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. It is caught left side. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
Brings up 3rd down.
QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. All set to go now from the 35. They go play action on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
From the contact. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Complete out to the right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throw here, 3rd down. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. That's complete inside the 35. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Thrown back, gets the handoff. Jukes away from one. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score is getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2. He'll work against the blitz. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. These guys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the defense. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. These guys take a 13-0 lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that bubble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And his guys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Brought in right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's a throw. Completed to his running back. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First wing now off the play action. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Going again on 2nd and 10. Finds his back complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, they'll run. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This time it's a passing play. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This will be a 44-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that gets him back to within 11.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Has this at the 6. Showing a little burst so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, and they go right back to it. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago. Turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Setting up the screen. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To throw. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. The scoreboard reads 14-3. Back to the Windy City in just a moment. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Looking right, and he finds him. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards to the 9.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw here. That's completed right side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
First down, Chicago.
You kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it up to the 44. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. He's going to throw it. That one's complete, right side. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Handoff on 2nd and short. He dodged the tackle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Cut out left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Catch made underneath by the back. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. But they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's been a frequent visitor to the end zone over the first couple of months of this season. Right now actually leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Blown back in the backfield and he gets the handoff. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Chicago's offense, they had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Working on 1st down. Short pass brought in. Shoves him off. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Third and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
2nd down now. They need 7. Tight end in motion right. He's dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 3rd down. They need 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Chicago right after this. We've set it downs from the 37. He's going to throw it again. Hits him on the out route. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And it looks like they got it back. They did. Offense maintains possession. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They'll run here on 1st down. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Dropping back to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left with 4th down here. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The home teams back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On now comes their punter. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 27. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They'll throw it here on 1st. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Pass play on 1st and 10. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. We'll return this one up across the 35 before he goes out. Looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the defense has got it. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. This return starts at the 5. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Shaking off the pick quickly. Who's going to throw? That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. I'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. They send a man in motion. To the air on 3rd and long. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New set of downs for them from the 31. First down, play action. Cut out left.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw now. Dumped off to his running back. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Throw is caught, and the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Complete on the option. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They'll send him up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Looking in the air here. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. They'll bring out the punter here.
It's 4th down.
Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Airing it out to start this drive. His tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that'll be 1st down Chicago.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That's incomplete on 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 11.
Air it out on 3rd. Setting up the running back screen. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're throwing it. Hits his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're going to try and throw it here. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And it's a pickup of 33 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
3 yards on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Setting up to throw. Catch made. And in for the Chicago touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
He's going to tuck it and run. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Ooh, man, they are lucky to get this one back on the recovery. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. They go play action on 1st down. Complete out to the right side. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings brings up second and 4.
Right up the gut. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
That's a gain of 3.
He tries to sneak it, and this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a third down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And they can't add 3 onto that 5-point lead.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. But think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game. But instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give them a loss.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, here's a handoff. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
The tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. And you're going to have to pick up the pace.
He'll look to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Blown back, it's the handoff. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. On first down, they'll run. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second and 10, back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Has it downfield working the left. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another carry for him. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Looking to throw. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. These guys leading by 5. Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Setting up to pass. It is Cup, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Working fast as that clock ticks down. They'll look to throw it. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and goal, Chicago.
And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play. Still set up at the 9. It's second and goal. Here he is to throw. Pass it down close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Desperation time here on fourth. And they're still up. Brocky brings in the touchdown, and now they've got a shot to force overtime. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're going to try and run for it. And the conversion is good. He's into the end zone. Oh, looks like we may be headed for overtime. Well, the penalty did not deter them. They go from 7 yards out and still convert for 2.
And you know what it was about, Kate? Do you know what that was about?
I don't.
It was about execution. It wasn't about, oh, I got more of the playbook opened up because I got a penalty. No, give me that play from the 3 because you have more run-pass options. You set yourself back. It means heightened execution. That's what got them the 2-point conversion.
Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he gets out of bounds, gets them the first down as well, and move them in the field goal range. Working now from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's brought down at the line. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this one's off the mark. It's going to wind up short and too far right. And folks, we're headed for overtime. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they fought hard not just against their opponents out on the field, Brock, but the top. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be first down, Chicago. Throwing now, out of the shotgun. Into traffic, complete! And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop 1.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. Pass play coming here. He has it, but he can't hang on. No interception, incomplete. Oh, the impact that could have had on overtime. Instead, we move on to 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, the other side gets a chance to go win it.
The give here on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 31. Rolling from the gun here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here's a throw. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
Incomplete.
Their punter making his way out now. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here. It'll be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Catch made over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down pass play coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing now. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature. Because the 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on that.
And out it goes. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive?
Convert in some of those situational downs.
And this one does not go far. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never...
Blitz is there, and he goes down. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. Now to throw. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. So out now comes the punter. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Receiving team.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. Takes the second down snap. Has him running the comeback. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They're going to throw out of the gun. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. To throw. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Open way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Biggest play of OT, the offense is going for it. Looking to throw it. Sends this to the end zone. This is incomplete. A chance to win the game goes by the wayside as they fail to score. And on we go in overtime. So overtime, a defensive battle, Brock. Didn't even see a field goal go through. And in the end, even after some bonus football, this one's going to finish in a tie. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.